So I saw Avengers: Age of Ultron. Hi everyone, I'm Brandon Prosek and this is a So I Saw Show. My first movie review of 2015. Seen my reviews before, you're probably wondering what is going on back here. Yeah, I don't have any of my DVDs out and I'm kind of in a weird spot. It's because I'm moving in a week or so. It's a little fucked up. If you haven't seen my movie reviews before, I'm going to try to keep this video completely spoiler free. I'm going to talk about the goods first, then jump over the bads, and then give you my overall rating. First good thing, if you were worried that this movie may not have enough action because of having to deal with all the Avengers and giving them all enough screen time, yeah, you're wrong. There is plenty of action in this movie, so don't worry. There's plenty of action for you action junkies. Second good thing is we got to meet a bunch of new characters. We got to meet Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, of course, you know, we got to deal with Ultron, and then we got to meet Vision as well. That was teased in the trailers. So yeah, we got to meet plenty of new fun characters we'll be able to see evolve over the course of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, while some other stars will be leaving, we'll have these new guys filling in. Another thing was Hawkeye. I feel like I'm the only one defending this guy. Everyone hated him after the first movie. Everyone's like, he's useless. He has a bow and arrow. He was under mind control almost the entire Avengers movie. But this movie, he's important. This movie kind of shows what Hawkeye's been up to and why he, you know, wasn't around during Winter Soldier, perhaps why he wasn't around for some of the other solo movies, because he's been up to something. But I liked getting that backstory. Speaking of backstory, through Scarlet Witch's mind illusions, we got to see a lot of backstory on Black Widow. A lot of people complaining that we're not getting a Black Widow solo movie. I hope that there's a lot of good response from the backstory they gave in this movie so that it'll convince Marvel Studios to finally give her own movie. If not, give her and Hawkeye a movie. I would pay to see that. So shout outs to James Spader for his voice of Ultron. I feel like a lot of actors, if they're only given a voice role like he did and maybe slight motion capture, I'm not sure how much he might have done, they might have crumbled under just sounding like a generic villain. But no, he was awesome as Ultron. Another shout out to Paul Bettany, who got to be Vision, and I was a little surprised because he wasn't CGI so much like Ultron. He was actually in costume, makeup, with some special effects, so it looked both androidish and realistic. Alright, let's jump over to the bad side of things. First bad thing, like I said, even though this movie was 2.5 hours, I feel like some stuff was kind of rushed. Had to keep moving because there was so much stuff happening. So I really wish the studio would have allowed Joss Whedon to release around a 3-hour movie so that he would have plenty of time. There were some cameos that really weren't necessary. We've seen in the trailers Nick Fury's in the movie. I don't think his part was really necessary. He was really only in a scene. I think it could have been cut or given to another character that was already there. Same goes for Idris Elba's little cameo. Wasn't really necessary. Could have been done by anyone else. And I'm sort of glad that they ended up actually cutting Loki from the movie, because that would have felt like just another shoehorned in cameo. Another bad thing was Captain America and Thor both kind of took a back seat in this movie, and that's not the worst thing in the world because they did just have Thor: The Dark World and Captain America: Winter Soldier. But I think the problem was Captain America doesn't exactly have an arc in these movies. The characters have to deal with certain things. Iron Man obviously having the whole arc where he created Ultron and saved the world in the way he wants, to where he doesn't have to suit up all the time, where he can go home to Pepper and not worry about saving the world anytime aliens come. Another bad thing, very mixed bag, the whole Black Widow and Hulk love story thing. Basically my feelings on the thing is, it could have been worse, it could have been better. The problem was that in all the other movies that we've seen Black Widow, all the other ones we've seen Hulk, we were never teased at it. Laid the groundwork in Avengers, and maybe she mentioned something in Winter Soldier to lead up to their whole romance in Age of Ultron. It would have made sense. In Avengers, she was scared of him, so why all of a sudden are they all romantically involved? It seemed a bit forced. So overall, it's very hard to give this movie a review. One thing is that everyone has to realize that simply never gonna get the magic the same way they did the first time the Avengers assembled. Expectations just become higher and higher, especially after Captain America: Winter Soldier was so fucking good. Then Guardians of the Galaxy was so fucking good too. You're like, oh my god, I just need another amazing movie. Wouldn't be surprised if some people were a little disappointed in this movie. Don't get me wrong, it is still good. Marvel's not so good is way better than so many other studios' movies. It was just not Marvel Studios' best film they've done so far. My biggest worry with these movies is as they keep one-upping themselves. Are we going to get eventually just a 3-hour movie where 2 hours and 50 minutes of it is just action? I don't think it will. I only worry because I care about these movies so much. I have to be honest, I can't quite give it my #1 rating, so I'm gonna have to give it my #2 rating, which is glad I saw it in theaters. I'm gonna buy it on DVD, but no rush. What did you guys think? Did you think that the movie was a little too bloated, or did you think it was bold and awesome? To follow me on Twitter, you can follow me right down there. If you could please subscribe to the Entertainment Buffet page, the big red button right there. We do reviews for some TV shows. I'm going to be doing more reviews of movies this summer. We have sketches, new web series coming your way, so subscribe. You guys don't miss anything. You can find us on Facebook, give us a like there. And you can also find Entertainment Buffet on Twitter and follow us there as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And now you saw the Soy Sauce Show.